There are two paths to understanding the existence. One, the path of division, categorization, meanings, words, and the other is of surrendering, taking whole and as a part of integral existence, an integral experience. Either way, one takes the step, be it material or be it spiritual. The final frontier, the final arrival is same. The final result is same. Whether one takes the path of science and goes on categorizing things into many categories, defining everything up to the tiniest form of particle possible, up to the point from where particle and wave are indistinguishable, or say are same. The internal experience, the accepting of everything, even if the absence of language is there, the entire accepting brings one to the point where it is clearly visible that the whole existence indeed is in a state of vibration. Or say, even if it looks purely physical, the experience suggests that it is there as it is vibrating, as it vibrates, it exists. They gave it a name to this vibration. They called it Nada Brahma, or the sound of the existence. Understanding of physical reality. Now, the science says that the universe is not entirely, not completely as much empty as the humanity used to think before. The universe was not as we thought it was before. Now the science says there is a certain dark matter that covers the entire universe, into which the whole existence is indeed existing. While studying the photon light particle, it was realized, it was seen that light needed something, some medium to travel with. So they realized that there should be something into which the wave formation is happening, and found out about the dark matter. This dark matter that covers the entire existence, into which it is being created, has been named Shyama. in a spiritual experience in the East, into which the creation is occurring. The presence of this matter that connects everything is indeed the stretch of consciousness, also known as Tantra. And this very existence is sound, its light, its smell, its aura, everything can be seen, experienced. Either you take scientific equipments, telescopes, X-rays, various kinds of waves that you can see through various equipments are all experienced in presence of deep meditation. In the process of deep emptying of the mind, no matter which direction science looks, it comes to a point where the whole idea of science, that is based on experiments and equations, simply fails. The physical law of nature simply fails. And this is also another word for metaphysical. Exactly where the science ends, spirituality begins. Exactly when and where the physical ends, the metaphysical begins. And it is the same point. This center of meeting is the same point for both physical and metaphysical, science and spirituality. Hence, to say that your breathing controls the pattern of your mind is not entirely yogic or tantric or religious. It is indeed science. There are very subtle pathways in a human body where the body is connected with mind. And those pathways, those channelways can be accessed and used for meditation. So this point of meeting where the experience is both physical and metaphysical is here and now. There is one difficult point in physical exploring of the existence. The understanding of the reality will come only to few, those who might be able to think it out. For example, Einstein thought out the formula E equals mc square. Somebody in the table is able to do that. Only for few the experience comes close, as much close as the meditation. And for the rest of the population, for the rest of the world, it ends in the word. It ends in the language. It ends in the understanding and not in the experience. And which is why spiritual transformation is impossible for many. Science is exactly using the words, the right words to define the experience. The existential experience when witnessed from within. These are the words the science uses. But in the scientific terms, but in the terms of language, the experience hides deeper within. Which is why once in a while, letting off the language go letting off the mind go, is very important to experience the world from within. There are two kinds of flow of consciousness possible. One is outwardly to the world, in which the being starts taking the path of categorization, division, naming, using theories, hypotheses, dissertations, and bringing out new discoveries from science, or say scientific researches and studies. And there is a path from within. And exactly like the exploration of outside, as vast as it can go, as far as up to the edges of the visible universe, likewise is the journey within the mind, within the self, within one's own being. As far as you can go, you are allowed to go within. There is a world without, and there is a world within. And normally, a human mind is busy with stories of the past, of the future, and is unable to be in this moment, this point of experience. So the journey should start with resting once in a while, with complete ease, however you are, wherever you are. A complete ease is very important. And accepting at that moment everything that you have in your life, everything that you hold in your life with ease. And only in this point, the East can meet the West, and the West can meet the East. In other words, you know the language, now you know the experience. Now you know the experience and you are allowed to use or not use the language. The language is secondary. To say, I am the universe, or to say, you are that, is secondary. Because spoken language is secondary. First, the experience begins in the body, be it of love, be it of hatred. Then the experience starts boiling thoughts in the surface of mind, and you are completely drowned into many thoughts of what to say, what not to say, what to do, what not to do. The only resolving that is possible is here and now. Rest is all the stories. An experience is forever here and forever now. This very existence can be seen in different kinds of lights in a practice called Tratak, where you use your eyes to just become a witness to this grand happening. There are techniques in Tantra where you use rapid breathing. Now they have discovered it in the West as holotropic breathing. Wherever it is discovered, in whichever language, using of the body to understand the existence, to understand the stretch of this consciousness is called Tantra, the study of Tantra, or the experience of the Tantra. And it has been present in every civilization all around the world, in every historic and prehistoric era. There are techniques where the ears can be used to keep on listening to the ambience and soon become the ambience. And only on these experiences your stories are secondary, because they are in the mind somewhere, but not in the surface. Your surface is calm. You are not disturbed. Your memory, however you are, however you have lived, whatever you have done, is all accepted and is a part of this spectacular happening. The same grand happening seen in lights in Tratak is heard as the sound, the nada, the sound of the universe, the universal vibration or pranava mantra, the first sound. Whichever path you take, material, spiritual, physical, metaphysical, the only realization, the only point where the mind says, okay, I can rest here, this is it, is in the center, here and now. And this is only the point where the East can meet the West. Otherwise, East and West are both stories.